At that time, it is said Melkor, as he was known then, was the first. And all of the various Ainur represented a certain aspect of him, except Melkor, who was, I guess one way to put it, he was the jack of trades. He had powers of all the trades of the Iluvatar. Correct. So when did he start? Like when they were weaving the songs that would ultimately lead to the formation of Arda, what really caused him to really want to get so rebellious at that point? I think that's probably like the first part of the question.
Man, what a first question. Most abstract one you could probably comment on all this. So
Uh,
so Melkor represents a lot of things. Everything in Tolkien's Legendarium is a conflux of different parts of history as well as religion. As you know, he was deeply Catholic. Anyone can easily look at this and you can point out, yeah, there's a lot of similarities between Melkor and Lucifer. I'm not very religious, so I can't really speak as much as far as, deep, in depth looks into the Bible and such. But more or less, during this stage of the music, he kind of is embodying that Lucifer element. He's the first one. He's the most powerful of the angelic spirits, we'll call it. He immediately becomes jealous when the other Einar are participating in the music. He himself wants to be, I think, initially closer to Iluvatar because, it's just like the same story as God and Lucifer, right? He wants to impress him, and this
I'm
becomes
just
yeah.
sorry. I was just about to say so. He rebelled because he had daddy issues.
Well, yeah, kind of actually, yes, yeah, pretty much. He wanted to impress him initially, because jealousy turning into obsession and rage. These are kind of things that fuel Tolkien's work. Ironically, kind of if you like Star Wars, some of the stuff that George Lucas came up with actually came from Lord of the Rings as well. So that's kind of a call. That's a shout out.
Well,
So
I mean, that's what Sandboy did.
yeah, exactly. But so Melkor, he becomes jealous of the others, and he slowly succumbs to this jealousy. It's almost like the freaking the Yoda saying at first it's like fear and then it turns into hate kind of thing. So he loses himself to his jealousy of the others, and then he is consumed by this need not just to have his own independent melodies in the music. He wants to then just dominate the music so that he can prove himself to Iluvatar. He wants like his rightful place in the sun, so to say.